Hi, hi, hi. Maria. Hello. Kels. Hi, all. Strawberry pound cake. Yes, I can't wait for this. Tracy. Hey. Nancy. Hi. Some fill me in on the tea. I don't follow creators on Twitter. Was this supposed to start 10 minutes ago? Tracy. No, so I leave the live. So how Hey guys, welcome. So for those who are watching this later, this is a live, but how it works is that I will put the thumbnail up and then I won't press the go live button yet. So I think that gives you guys like some type of warning or so, like, hey, I'm about to start a live. But I never set myself up to like schedule a live whatsoever just because what if I don't show up? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, oh, I am drinking some High Moon if you are 21 years of age or older. Um, Oh yeah. Someone told me like, oh my gosh, it's illegal to do this. It's against the YouTube policy, but it's not. If you are 21 years of age or older, you can. And plus, there's like the truth or drinks that you see with, like with these OG YouTubers like Alicia Marie and Lori DIY. So yeah, not illegal. But yeah, I'm drinking the peach flavor. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Edward. I want to say Edward Scissorhands so badly, but no, it's Edwin's generation. Yeah. So Edwin's generation. Mm. And shout out to all that jazz. All that jazz. Her Twitter account, ALLTHATJAZZ. Yes, shout out to her because she filled me in on the whole. Yes, the peach is great, Tracy. She filled me in on this whole drama last night. And then I started watching some, YouTube videos or just more into Edwin's generation. So if you don't know, Edwin's generation, he's this YouTuber who's been on the platform for some time, for a very long time, and just social media, period. And I honestly used to watch him. I actually was subscribed to him at some point. What I really liked about Edwin's generation was that he did really great research on things. I really enjoyed his David Dobrik videos and kind of like exposing people like, no, this is what really happened. I really truly love a YouTuber, love a commentary channel that does their research. So that's why I subscribed to him. I unsubscribed to him a few months ago. I forgot why, but I did that. But anyway, so he has drama on Twitter because Deanna, the fan that Gabby Hanna talked to, she tweeted out something along the lines of how she used to like Edwin's generation, but not anymore. And Deanna even talked about a racist like, I don't know why you want to say it, like a parody, so to speak, um, in one of Edwin's chat rooms. She really talked about how just inappropriate it was, and I watched it, and I would have to agree. Now, I think for some reason, Edwin has another. Okay, this guy named Augie RFC. I mean, I label him as a reject. I don't know, but he's just like a disgusting person to me. And Edwin, he will have these chats and hello Tracy or hi Planet Mars too. Hi. Edwin when Edwin will be in these chat rooms with these people, Augie, RFC, and they would say like the most racist things ever. They even drew like a parody, or there was a parody of George Floyd, and I don't find that to be funny at all. I didn't find that to be funny. And they, in their chat rooms, the people who support them, they really get off on trying to say the n-word. It's just kind of comical and a joke for them. Maria, oh my gosh, I used to be subbed to him, but honestly his video quality and his research quality has decreased so much in the last few months, and I'll get such a blank POC creep show, and Bo Blocks also hanged out with him. Like all the bad people hanging out with each other, huh? Yeah, so then when I started to do more digging, another shout out to YouTuber Tara Christine. Shout out to her because I saw her video and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I unsubscribed from Edwin's generation, because I guessed on New Year's Eve his Twitter was hacked, and come, and I guess his friends, they got on a chat room and they were just joking about the whole thing, and his friends were so upset that the hacker wasn't using the N-word. I have to let you guys listen to this. So, Melly Daisy, I hate Augie. I saw a video of his saying Pokey's friends at offline TV weren't SA'd by, or SH'd by Femister. He said it because Pokey. Edwin would just have lives and just have his friends talk nonsense for hours. Yeah, but, and a lot of people, a lot of the arguments, when you look at, because I'm about to play one of his lives, and when you look at the arguments here, Edwin will say, oh, that's my friends, but you, first off, you are who you surround yourself around, let's be real. And he seems to be laughing, and I don't know, like, but I am gonna play from Tara Christine's. Just listen to, this is a live, okay? And for those who are just joining, this is a live of Edwin and his goofy friends. This happened on New Year's Eve, where Edwin's Twitter was hacked. So his goofy friends, all him, get on live, and they want the hacker, they're making fun of this, and they want the hacker to say the N-word. And I thought it was really telling of their character and who they are. So take a listen.
Was, and they still refuse to say the N-word.
I can't believe they ratioed the hacker so hard, they're like embarrassed.
They deleted the tweet.
They didn't even say the N-word.
Wow, they're an embarrassment to hack.
Why would, like, they must be really not racist, because they won't even say the N-word even when there's nothing tracing it back to them, dude. It's just in their DNA.
Dude, finally get an N-word on me.
Like, the very fact that they tried to, throughout this whole entire chat room, they tried to get the hacker to say the N-word, and I'm like, you guys really need help. Be careful with name dropping them. They're definitely got a history of going after the women of color who, I'm not scared of them. Like, so what? Like, no, thank you. But what I'm saying, my response is for them. Like, please, I don't care. I don't care. They are clearly for attention. You have the reject who's like, what? I looked him up. He's 20 years old. Like, So, Maria, thank you. But when I react, I don't, you don't, this is the reason for a platform like this. You know what I mean, Maria? Like, hold on, let me make sure. Yes, Maria, sorry. I want to make sure, like, Maria, this is the platform that you don't, first off, like, being like a commentary channel, it kind of sucks in a way sometimes, because you know how people are already entitled for their own opinion. Well, guys, in general, you guys know how people already, they can say what they want on social media, right? Well, being a commentary channel, even a small commentary channel my size, I think that people just, they feel more entitled to throw hate your way. They feel more entitled to be like, oh, what is she talking about? But with them, oh, I saw, they like enjoy this. They relish off of this. They're the type of people who are like, hey, I want to have you on my stream. Trust me. I saw the type of people that they were today, because I found out about the drama last night, and then I saw the type of people who they were, and I was like, oh, they're the type of people that wants you on their live stream to debate with you. So yeah, I'm aware, but I stand by it. These are some rejects. These are some people who really didn't get, I don't know, he has a lot to learn. I think, what's his name? Augie RFC. He's really young, and I think he has a lot to learn. I think give him 10 more years and he'll start to mature. So that's how I feel about those guys. Let me see. I'm just so angry. People, so Strawberry Pound Cake says, I'm just so angry. People are giving folks like Augie a platform again. People cancel the others for doing the same only to support him. I'm tired. In his 30s. Yes, Edwin is in his 30s. Thank you for saying it. Yes. Oh, hey, Jonesy, Sarah. Yes, I've been very leery of Edwin. I can't believe he's in his 30s. Yeah, like, Jonesy, the thing is too, the thing is, I really liked him too, because I am a huge, like, research person. Like, I love to watch YouTubers. I respect YouTubers who do research, but there's a huge difference, guys, if you can't tell, from when he does his live stream and to when he he does his videos, because I watched some of Edwin's David Dobrik videos. Actually, his videos is what I looked to when I was doing some of my research, and it was a really well edited video, into the points. And then here's what I didn't like. Edwin, he was calling this girl a 20-year-old an SLUT in the chat room. And I believe this was the same chat room on New Year's when his Twitter got hacked. And I'm like, how is this the same person that was talking about David Dobrik and the goddamn Vlog Squad? How is this the same person? It's like, who are you? You know what I mean? Are you someone who really defends women? Are you someone, clearly not, but are you someone who, like, it's almost as if it's a show. And then another thing, I don't get how you have, I keep having to refer to Augie RFC. I don't get how he can, he's all against drama channels, right? And he is against drama channels of color. He is. And it's so funny to me how he's against commentary and drama channels, but Edwin, he did the same thing. And it almost seems as if those guys are bringing Edwin down. Am I right? I don't know. I've only done like 3 hours. I sat and watched a bunch of videos and stuff, and like read tweets and stuff. But from the 3 hours that I watched today and like 2 hours last night, from just like reading tweets and all that jazz, just like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if those people are bringing him down. I don't know if, because you know how sometimes people get where they're like, oh my gosh, I'm making money off of this, so maybe let's hang around these people. I'm not sure. But either way, it was kind of weird. It's like, how can Edwin call someone an SLUT in a chat room, a 20-year-old? And then he repeated it again, guys. I saw the chat and he repeated it again, but yet he made a video about, hey, all that jazz. Yeah, wait, ew, all that jazz. What? Is she in the chat room? Oh, why did you say ew, all that jazz? What's wrong with all that jazz? I like all that jazz. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Oh, wait. All that jazz. Angie made a joke that he would rather be called a blank than a commentary. Bro, that's his humor. Yeah, they're disgusting. He uses them. And shout out to all that jazz again for keeping me updated last night. Thank you, girl. Yeah, his lives gave really bad vibes and was constantly about the beefs with the YouTubers. Maria, you're definitely right. I don't even keep up with these people, but I've seen Edwin's character devolve and his true colors shows, and he allowed these people into his life. That's my thing. Like, guys, it's almost as if he has, I'm not even making excuses, but it's almost as if he has two personalities, because I watched 2 videos that he did. It was when, you know, one of the guys in the Vlog Squad, they were dating someone underage. They were dating a minor, and he like got all the evidence to call that person out for dating someone who was under the age of 18. And he's even the one who was like, if you're under the age of 18, that means that person does not have consent. Like, he was into it. So it's so weird then to see him act like a moron, a complete asshole. So that's interesting. That's very telling, which makes me think they're probably getting a lot of money off of those live streams if he's able to just act like that and not give a shit. That's my opinion. He also got it into Hello Leash when all that jazz. He also got into Hello Leash when she defended Deanna, the girl Gabby. Yeah, I saw that. Finally, someone calling him out. I don't like Edwin and never have. And I used to comment on his weird behavior, and he went as far as to respond so defensive. Yeah, like, he's the type of troll that he wants you. Obviously, you could respond to someone because if I'm talking about him, obviously he has the right to respond. But he's the type of person that wants you on his stream, wants you on it, like, whatever, so we can make you money. F off. Like, I'm not about to make you money on your stream. Little Angel, he lives, his lives, I keep saying lives, his lives are bad, extra bad with alcohol, extra bad with Nicholas Diorio. Nancy says, I'm happy, mad, this is the first time I've ever heard about these people. He drinks Corona and goes to pee. Edwin, who covered me, and Edwin right now are 2 vastly different people. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what changed? Did the money change? You know? Was it the money? And then, what else did I write? What did you say again? Oh, in this live too, I wrote one of one of the rejects in the live. I'm calling them rejects because one, it's easier that way. I don't really know them. I don't memorize their name, and they sound like rejects. They just sound like horrible, disgusting people. So one of the rejects. So someone in the chat had said a gay YouTuber came out as straight and goes on to say that's embarrassing. So in this chat room on New Year's Eve as well, I guess a gay YouTuber came out as straight, and Edwin was like, oh, well, that's embarrassing. And I'm like, what's so embarrassing about it? Like, he legitimately, in these chat rooms, go against every single thing that he believes in. Or I thought he believes in. It's like, which one is it? Is it the person in the chat room? It's almost like the boy who's really nice to his parents. I don't know. Let me not do that analogy, actually. Maria, I remember when Augie had... and he went off on Chris Hansen. Hey, Phoenix. Appreciate you and your opinions. Thanks. Okay, so Strawberry Pound Cake said, even the way he went off on an Onision, I haven't... Is that the way how I say it? Onision? I've heard of this person, but I haven't actually watched any of the videos because I'm like, that was before my time. So I haven't watched it because she said she didn't want him speaking about her show me he doesn't care. All of a sudden she was incredible and trustworthy. Oh, and he went off on Chris Hansen. I remember when Augie... So Maria says, I remember when Augie had a live stream where he and his group of weirdos just completely bombarded one of the survivors of the Davy Vanity case and got their fans to bombard them. What assholes. Plus simply because she asked them not to make a triggering joke. Shiloh was the turning point for me. Let a survivor deal with her CPTSD in peace, Edwin. He victimized her in almost the exact same way Greg did with his audience. Yeah, like, what it seems like these people... these people remind me of Keemstar. They must be friends with Keemstar because these people... It seems like... You know how Keemstar... He legitimately goes the unpopular opinion. Like, that's his model. That's his, like, logo. Unpopular opinion. It shouldn't be called Drama Alert. It should be called, I agree with the unpopular opinions. And that seems to be these people. You know, it seems to be like, hey, if, you know... It seems to be, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, we believe in Creepshow art. And he got close to defending Creepshow by just... It's like... At least Augie did. So you know how they can't come out and be like, oh my gosh, we defend Creepshow art. So what they do is they like maneuver around like avenues to try to agree with her in a way. So the YouTuber Drama and Opinions, she came out with a YouTube video. Thanks, Elizabeth. She came out with a YouTube video, and it was talking about whether or not Drama and Opinions, she was reading the tweets that was apparently from Creepshow art, but Drama and Opinions, she said that she didn't know if this was really Creepshow art's Twitter. But she was still, you know, doing her job, reading the tweets, kind of informing us, you know, on what's going on. And Augie took this moment to really bash her because he was like, she just made a 20-minute video and then she doesn't even know if it's Creepshow art or not. Drama and Opinion stated that she didn't know if it was Creepshow art or not. But it seems to me that he just, any way that he can find an in and going against drama channels, any way that he can find an in and just defending the unpopular opinion, that really seems to be his goal. Let's read some comments. They're pretty friendly with Keem, but I'm not shocked because that seems to be Keemstar and Face Blanks, their whole shit about, you know, it seems to be their thing. So they are friends with Keemstar, even though once he cussed them out and said they lack the ability to think for themselves. See how I know they're trash? Because why are you friends with Keem? That's not Keemstar. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to do a deep dive on Keemstar. So far I've listened to every single episode of Mom's Basement. My poor ears, I know. But I've listened to every single episode. And real quick on Keemstar, because I'm trying to like I'm trying to like save all the talks for the video. But Keemstar. I find it really interesting that Keemstar was so quick to defend James Charles, but then when the accusations came out about all these people coming out, and then it turned out it was 2 people that James ended up sending inappropriate photos to or messages to, all they said, Keemstar and FaZe Blanks or Banks, I'm getting blanks from Ethan Klein, but all they said was, oh, you know what? I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna, let's not even talk about it because we don't know. I don't know. And they move on. And I'm like, really? So you went and talked about James Charles forever, but now it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, let's just move on. And when the whole Black Lives Matter movement happened, and don't get me wrong, there's some black people who are like, no, I don't like the Black Lives Matter movement, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. Whether you agreed with it or whether you don't, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is the very fact that they couldn't even say one nice thing about it. They go, oh, we're not even going to talk about what's going on. You guys know, we don't want to upset people. What? You don't want to upset white supremacists? We're not telling you. There's so many African American people, even in my family, my immediate family, who don't even believe in the BLM movement. So that's not what I was trying to hear. I was at least trying to listen to. I was like, okay, this is their shining moment. This is the moment where they could at least say equality matters. They didn't say a damn thing because they didn't want to upset their listeners. So I was like, oh, I see where these people are going. Like, So I have a lot to say about them, but let's read. Okay, so Holly, oh Hall, yo baby. Edwin tries to play to his audience, usually acting like a right fighter and hiding behind that as if he's some hero for agreeing that bad things are bad. Like he thinks he's real special. Yeah, Holly, I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's like, which one do you believe? Do you believe the person that is this video that's, you know, very well edited and very well scripted? Do you believe that? Or do you believe what you see in the chat room? It's crazy. Maria, it's literally the job of these content creators to report on these things, right? Right? Tracy, all these drama YouTubers seem to be all interlinked together. I know. Planet Mars, I love the name. Keemstar is the worst. To sit in solemn silence. I'm so glad this is gaining traction. Holy crap. Been fighting uphill battle with Edwin for about 2 years now. It's almost unbelievable to me that it's not just, sorry, excuse me? It's this. I heard he's dating a 20-year-old. And Maria, and also for someone who's historically platform survivors, it is so weird how they're friends with Kim. Right, that's what I'm saying. Is this verified? Are they really friends? I mean, I did mention earlier in this live that I wouldn't be surprised if they were friends with Keemstar, but that's really weird because Keemstar is an apologist. Keemstar is so many things. Like he's just a horrible. But the thing is, like, when you listen to his podcast, like I said, I only listen to his podcast for research. And when you listen to it, though, he brags about how everybody should be hating him. Like, he embraces it. And I'm like, okay. Okay. Keem didn't want to upset people because his audience is all hateful. Yeah, Janky. Yeah, his audience, that's what I say. They all were like, we don't want to upset people. I've been thinking of when I do that video if I'm gonna add like the audio in there because I don't know if he'll like copy strike me or whatever because he'd be one to do that. Emily, I finally gave up on Edwin when he did the Onision documentary. He failed over and over to treat these issues seriously, and I give up. He sits up on his high horse and judges everyone. Yeah, I believe that he says when he's unedited, of course. that is true. That is true. But then it's like, why put on this charade for what? If you're going to go in a chat room so we can all see your true colors, you know? Like, what's the point? You're literally exposing yourself. So why should we give you the time of day to watch your stupid ass or your videos? You know, like, I get mad when people like put up a front and like creep show art. Like, creep show art makes me scared for me wanting to really, like, every single time I get excited about talking to YouTubers, even you guys in this chat room, I get really excited about it. But then it's like, when you want to form like a friendship with someone who's a YouTuber, I love that. But then it's like, who are they really? You know, like, it's, I don't know. I just, ever since creep show art, I'm like, is everyone who they say they are? Like, they could legitimately make a Lifetime movie on creepshow art in the whole Emily Artful situation. I mean, that's some investigative Discovery Channel shit. Like, that really is. Like, I get so creeped out now, no pun intended, but I get creeped out about potentially in the future making YouTube friends. Like, I have YouTube friends now, but now I'm scared to make more because I'm like, well, shit, what if they end up being like creepshow art? Like, who does that? She was so sick in the head. And till this day is trying to like get other YouTubers to really take her side and talk about her, saying that she's this, saying like she would never do such a thing. Like, no one believes her. Does she understand that no one believes her? Like, I almost, it's like she fooled Emily Artful for so long that it's like, for so long she thought Emily Artful was stupid, so maybe she thought that we were stupid too. She viewed, it's very clear, very telling that she viewed Emily Artful as this stupid individual that she could fool around for years. So I think when she finally wrote on her long community post how she's been harassed, I think that was just pure, oh, I think these people are stupid too. And wrong. And she definitely didn't think about locale and how the admins were just gonna call her out. They gave up her game quick, so she definitely didn't think that was gonna happen. So that's what she gets. Okay, let me read some comments, and then I'll move on to Catherine McBroom for a second. Oh my goodness. Rory, they do interact with Keemstar on Twitter quite often from what I know. Wow. Nancy, Keemstar is literally almost everyone I used to work around with in the military. Really? Trying to be politically correct, he makes my blood boil. Ugh. Keemstar's whole thing, by the way, from listening to his podcast for research, is freedom of speech. That's what he goes back on every single time he defends someone, they do something wrong or whatever. He goes back on to freedom of speech while ignoring the morals. So, hello, Raymond. Keemstar constantly plays devil's advocate because he always thinks he's edgy, but really he has no brain cells. He's not known for being smart or credible. And that's another thing. I wish YouTube would listen to his Spotify podcast, because then they'd know that all he does is talk shit about them. And I'm like, really? He talks so much crap about YouTube, but yet it's where he was born, so to speak, you know what I mean? And he's like complaining. I was listening to one podcast for research about, he was like, oh, I only get like 1 million views, and I used to get like 5 million views on a video, and now I only get like 1 million. I'm like, shut up. Like, he criticizes, or he talks so badly about YouTube. He's always talking about a new platform, and I'm like, well, then get off YouTube. If you don't like YouTube that much, then get off of it. So, no, for real, Holly, it's for research, because I wanted Keemstar to be a Vlogmas episode, and I know I'm thinking way down the way, I know I'm thinking like months and months from now, but if you really think about it, if I was gonna do Vlogmas, you need to do something like that. Think about, listening to stuff months and months. I was gonna do a video, well, I am doing a video on Keemstar for Vlogmas. Bye, Janky. Keemstar for Vlogmas. I watched this so you don't have to. Basically, I listened to every episode of Mom's Basement so you don't have to. That was gonna be that is gonna be the video. So I know, I believe you. I can't imagine watching that for any other reason. Oh yeah, definitely, right? I know. So what I do is my poor behind was turning it on in the car while I was driving so I can listen to it. And then anything important, I would take this iPad that I'm streaming on right now. I take like these screenshots of important moments. And then, like during the weekend, I'd go back on those screenshots and kind of write down why I thought those were important and go back to listening to those moments and stuff like that. But anyways, now let's talk really quickly about Catherine McBroom, and then we can kind of talk about whatever. So, Catherine McBroom is starting her own YouTube channel. That's what everyone says out here in these streets. And I don't really want to dive into them losing their home because it's really sad. Girl, look at you. Can't wait for Vlogmas. Thanks. When he has dad on the live, I was so creeped out. Ew. He had dad on the live. He had his... Wait. I don't understand. Did he actually have his dad on the live, or did he call himself dad? Either way, both of those things are ill. Nick is the most like Keemstar. Anyways, let's talk about Catherine McBroom real quick, okay? So, and then we can just kind of talk about whatever, and I'll start reading some more comments. So, Catherine McBroom, rumor has it, she is starting her own YouTube channel. And I think it's good for her. Like, that's what she should have done years ago, if you ask me. I just think that I don't want to really dive into her foreclosure on her home, but I think she's made some really bad business decisions, and her skincare company is suing her. It's some crazy mess. Something about she won't let them get access to the social media accounts and all this jazz. It just, there's so much going on with them financially. Like Austin McBroom, he still didn't pay Bryce Hall for that fight. She was controlled by Austin, I bet. Here's the thing. Wouldn't you think, if you were Catherine, that just don't trust Austin with the money, trust an accountant? And you have to question what Austin tells her too. You have to question, did he say, yes, we have an accountant, or is Austin just the accountant? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, but it's, do you think she'll get a divorce? Yes, I do think she'll get a divorce. And I think this new channel is security, because I think this new channel kind of symbolizes, okay, this money is going to be my money. I think, because when you're sharing a channel with each other, it probably goes into their joint bank account. Who knows where the hell it goes, right? But at least with this channel, she can say it's going in my account. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts. I obviously have no way of knowing this, but I'm just amazed her name is Dolores. It's still Dolores. Keenan says, I feel like the two of them are only together because they split the money they're making. Which, right? Yeah. That girl should have stayed with Michael B. Jordan. Wait, was she with Michael B. Jordan? Was she? Ooh. Anyways, yeah, I think the only reason why they're together is because of the channel. And honestly, I don't really blame him though, I'm not blame him, but blame them. Like, I don't know. Hear me out, okay? If you've been making all this money on YouTube, and all of a sudden you're going to get a divorce, that means that all of a sudden your money goes poof. But what I think they should have done is then, okay, we're going to get a divorce. That's fine. Now we have to be like, they could have like made it to where, okay, this is what life is like being a divorced parent, being divorced. Like, they could have showed us or pretended to show us how to like maneuver a relationship or how to work things out, how to have a family with divorced parents. I mean, it sucks, but because I think they're clearly just being together for the money. Holly says she needs to make sure to get a post, okay, I don't know how to say that word, sorry, with his new channel before his grubby hands. I don't think he will, because he doesn't have any right to. She needs to make sure. I wanted to know if this vid will still be on your channel so I can go to the beginning and still be able to watch the whole thing. Lynn, I don't know how to say your name. Yeah, all my lives I tried to keep up on my channel unless I really regret it. My last live, some people were like really mad at me because, and I still kept it up there. I'm gonna keep it up there. I had said that I thought Gabby Hanna was, never mind, I'm not gonna repeat it because people didn't like it that I said it, so never mind. Keenan says, I just feel bad for their kids because I disagree with family vlogs and exploiting children for views and money on social media. Okay, so I'm kind of with Smokey Glow a little bit on vlog channels, but not really. Let me explain. So I believe that there definitely needs to be rules in place for vlog channels. I think kids are being way too exploited on here. I think kids are being slaves. I mean, I think that there's just so much going on, and it's such a dry area because you don't really know, like, we can see a family vacation of the kids, I don't know, going to freaking Dubai, right? Were they working the whole time? Were they really working the whole time, or were they really having a vacation in Dubai? The world may never know, right? So I think there needs to be something in place. I think there needs to be maybe a percentage. I don't know. I don't really know because it's such a dry area. I mean, the only thing I can come up with is, for starters, is that, here's what I do know. For starters, they absolutely need to have some type of document for the kid. Like, they need to prove about, they need to set aside some money for the kids, right? If your kids, as soon as you pop them out of your vajayjay, they're going to be on camera, then day one, you need to set aside some money for your kids. A certain percentage of the money needs to be for the kid. So that's one thing. Now, here's my thing too. I do enjoy some family vlog channels though. But so that's why I don't want to fully take it out, because not all family vlog channels are bad. That's just how, you know what I mean? Like, not all family vlog channels are bad. I think as long people like the Ace family, they ruin it. So I think they're just, and that's another thing too, which kind of sucks, is that I don't like it that the parents, when it's very clear that the parents' income is from the child, that puts such a huge pressure on the child. So I don't know. I think there needs to be some type of rule, like, do you have another job? Like, it's such a dry area, but here are the concerns that I'm worried about. Is like, you don't want this pressure, this, 10-year-old, this 9-year-old thinking that, oh my gosh, I'm the reason why food is on the table. You don't want that either. So there's also some people who are not like that. There are some family vlog channels who are actually just family vlog channels and just kind of film their kid whenever the kid wants to be in the video or not. It's just the people that ruin it. I think a person who's kind of crossing it a little bit is Perez Hilton. I actually unsubscribed to him recently because I was subscribed to him just because I wanted to get, so it was part of like being a commentary channel, not because I actually really like him. It's more of like, just kind of keeping up with the news and stuff. But I don't like the fact that he's always exploiting his kids. Like, and then the viewer part of me is like, oh my gosh, I really want to know how your kid got kicked out of school today. Like, he legitimately tells these stories that I don't think he should be telling. But as a viewer, I'm so intrigued. But I'm like, how does your kids feel by you telling us that the other kid hit the other kid, and he even calls one of his kids liars all the time? Like, there's just so many things. Like, as a viewer, I feel guilty, but as a viewer, I feel guilty, but I watch because I am intrigued on your daughter, you say, is a liar all the time. So I want to know how this situation ends, So it's so hard because but at the same time, are these kids, do they think they're the reason why Perez Hilton has food on the table? Like, I don't know. He has his own business, obviously. So it's just it's a dry area. So you see my frustration, how I can't just have you see why I'm like, yay, vlog channel, but then I'm like, let me read some comments. Okay. Well, agreed, but I feel like there's a right way and a wrong way to do family vlogs. Yeah, set a trust for the kids. Yep. Yes, there needs to be regulation. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want it to disappear because I like watching family vlog channels, and not every single vlog channel is bad. There's just not people who are out here in these streets trying to make their kids be slaves, you know? And I think just a lot of families ruin it. Yeah, I don't think they're all bad, but I just feel so sorry for the kids that are being exploited by their parents. That's what I'm saying. And here's how I feel too, like, because I remember, I love your takes. Thanks, Eva. Eva? I'm sorry. Oh, Jess, he has kids. Yes, he has like 2 or 3 kids. And he always exploits them. Always. For everything. I mean, one time, this wasn't even like, you know how, is it Jimmy Kimmel who does that eat my candy? My parents ate my Halloween candy or whatever. So one time, excuse me, he had some candy on the bed, and I kid you not, this was like a few months ago, and I think this is what made me unsubscribe to him. He had some candy on the bed, and the candy wrappers were all gone. And his daughter walks into the room, and she goes, "Oh, my candy," and she looks, and all of the wrappers, it was his daughter or his son. I want to say it was his daughter, because that made me unsubscribe. And all the candy wrappers were, she was looking for a candy to eat, and they were all gone, and she just starts crying. But he set it up to where he knew she was going to cry, because he had the camera on, and he's like telling us, oh, she's gonna cry because I ate all of her candy. So then she walks in, and he eats all of her candy, right? And then I thought, we're supposed to see at the end where she eats candy. He ends the video with her crying the whole entire time because he ate all of her candy. I'm like, what? So I unsubbed because I just was like, she's supposed to like be happy towards the end. Like, what's going on? And I didn't like, the thing is that I didn't like that he made her get to that emotional state for a camera, for vlog. You know what I mean? That's the problem when you're making your kids get to this emotional state to where they're crying for entertainment. That's not funny. So that's what I didn't like. I didn't like that emotional abuse, so to speak. I mean, it's very light. I guess I'm kind of overdoing it when I say emotional abuse, but that's kind of what it is when you're like making someone. Anyways, that's how I feel. That's my opinion about it. So I felt really bad at unsub because I want to see kids happy at the end of the video. I don't want to see them crying the whole time. You know what I mean? So Nancy Sims, it could be a vlog channel without making it feel like work. Just let kids be kids and don't overexpose their lives. Right, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what happened to, like, vlog channels were supposed to be family videos. They were supposed to be, like, you know, oh my gosh, look, it was supposed to be fun, but then, you know, parents want to do pranks that aren't pranks, and behind the scenes is actually really work for the kids. You know what I mean? I didn't even know he had kids. Yeah. Let alone a family. And then he talks about things like, oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm on this Perez Hilton rant. Oh my goodness. But then he talks about things about, oh my gosh, we're getting rid of the nanny today. And he just says things that are so inappropriate, you know? Okay, but by the way, when he said getting rid of the nanny put in her resignation. So he wasn't getting rid of the nanny quit. But anyways, May Jones, just want to say hi, that I've been loving your vids recently. Thank you, May Jones. Keenan Wen, I forgot to head to bed. I'm glad I could catch your live. Have an amazing night. Thanks, you too. Yeah, that is not cool to make your child cry for the... That's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't make your child cry for the camera. Now, if you're filming and your child happens to cry for some reason while you're filming, that's different. But he legitimately made his kid cry. Personally, I would do vlogs to look back on with fond memories, like a journal and keepsake. I just live in the moment. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I keep thinking the reason why I'm not so no vlog channels is because one day I like to do a vlog channel. You know what I mean? Like, if I have kids, I want to do it for memories, but why not put it on YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, because I'd film my kids anyway. That's something that I would do. And I don't think there's anything wrong with filming a birth, because that's beautiful. And a lot of people think it's wrong, like as soon as the baby's out of the womb, they're on camera. And mind you, I get it, but if my baby was like out of the room and on camera right away, then yeah, I do think there needs to be a regulation, like your kid needs to be paid. Your kid getting paid when they're not even a day old yet, a full day old yet, and you're getting paid. But yeah, I do think there needs to be a regulation, but I'm also not like, I'm still gonna watch vlog channels, the ones that I love. So never make your child cry on purpose. Period. Preach. Preach. But yeah, what do you guys feel about Catherine McBroom? Like, I hope that, if I'm being honest, I hope that, unfortunately, it's going to be sad for the kids, but I do hope that she ends up leaving Austin. I don't think Austin is a good person. And I recently saw this TikTok from this chick that apparently hooked up with Austin. I don't know. I just think he's all bad news. I think he's a scammer. I think he's all about money, money, money. I think he's very fake on camera. Like, hey kid, like, hey guys, this is what we're doing today. When in reality, he's probably not even like that. I think he's so phony. All he cares about money. I think he doesn't know how to manage money right. I just think he's all kinds of horrible. And I think it's very smart on Catherine to start her own YouTube channel so that way she can make her own money. And we don't know if they're separated or not, because they could be separated, and maybe that's when she started her YouTube channel, because they live in the state of California. And I think if you're separated, then once you're separated, I don't think you need to divide assets. Like, whatever you make after you're separated, I don't think you need to divide assets on that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think once you're separated, then anything you make after that is yours. At least in California is what I think. So I don't know. But hopefully he has a lot of cheating accusations. He does. These people are arguably worse than Keemstar. Really? You think the Ace family is worse than Keemstar? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Says Biz Notches. Sorry if I said that wrong. Yes, he's had a lot of cheating scandals, Austin McBroom, but I don't think I don't know. Keemstar is a apologist, and Keemstar, no. I would have to say Keemstar's worse, but I think Austin McBroom, he also was recently arrested. Sloan did a video on him. I love Sloan. And I actually forgot why he was arrested. It didn't really say specifically, or I would have remembered. But anyways, those are my thoughts about Austin McBroom. Those are my thoughts about Edwin's generation. Do I have anything else I want to say about him? Basically, oh, there was one more thing I wanted to say about Edwin's generation, real quick. Edwin, Edwin was basically saying that you can be a racist if you can read the room. I didn't appreciate that either. So basically, he was saying you can kind of call someone basically a slur, a racial slur, if you could read the room and see, how people are acting. So I was like, okay, I don't know. Like, and maybe, just maybe, I can get, like for instance, when Drake has a song or something like that, yeah. For instance, though, like, when Drake has a song, I think there's a huge difference. I don't think people should be saying it, however, let's be real, when people go to the clubs, like, when Drake has a song that comes out, he's saying the NA. Now, should we be saying any type of N-word whatsoever? Heck, no, right? But at clubs, you hear it all the time. People saying N, especially people from the hood. Or you don't even have to be from the hood. People just be like, because even my dad, like, he has a lot of friends, like, and they get together, and sometimes they do say the N-word because they grew up calling each other that. But they don't, there's a huge difference, though, between, in my opinion, between the GA and the ER. And like I said, I like to say it again that we shouldn't be saying it either. However, there's a huge difference between, oh my gosh, there's my Do I have the video? Let me show you. My neighbor. Edwin's done blackface and has criticized Shane Dawson for the same thing. I'm not surprised. You know what? I was going to show you my neighbor, but you can just go on my Twitter. What's my Twitter? Blossom Green. Yeah, my Twitter's Blossom Green. Or An Honest Conversation. And my neighbor is also another one. She loves to call us the ER, the end, with the ER at the end. And she does have a mental problem, but oh my goodness, like, I can't stand my neighbor either. Absolutely not. I just know the way the N-word carries on, especially hearing people calling my father that. So no, the irony. Yeah, but Edwin isn't black. He shouldn't. The video is still public. Yeah, I don't understand people with... Okay, are we about to talk about blackface for a second? I think so, real quick. So people... It's so funny because people really don't think they do anything wrong when they do blackface. And it's so annoying to me real quick. Real quick, and then I will move on. But I just need to note, for blackface, the reason why it's so offensive is because, you know, Caucasian people used to dress up as us, used to make fun of us back in the days, used to put on performances, okay? So even if your intention is not to make fun of us, you still are doing it by putting on a brown paint or black paint. You're still doing that. And it's so funny to me when people really can't see that. You're making fun of us by even thinking about putting something on your face. You're making fun of us. And that's why it's so wrong. Like, and people just don't... It amazes me how people don't see it's wrong. Hopefully the link works in chat. I don't understand how people don't get that. Yeah, you know, it's definitely... Keem has a daughter, isn't... I know, I feel so... Holly, I feel so bad for Keemstar's daughter. I feel so bad for Keemstar's daughter. Like, I almost wonder what type of person she's gonna be. I hope that she learns from her father's mistake. Just like Matt Damon's daughter had to tell him to stop saying the F slur. Like, what? Like, that was really weird, wasn't it? Like, I was, like, the thing is, I was going to see his movie, and I still might, I guess, I don't know. Because I just want to see a movie. Like, a really good movie, and that ruined it for me. Like, really? Your daughter had to tell you to stop saying the F word? The F slur? Like, make that make sense. Gosh. Right, no one... Fra? Is that how you say your name? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I promise you I can read. No one asked Matt, but he still just had to say it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, no one even asked you, bruh. Like, what? No one asked you. That's what I... Biz Notches said it was truly disgusting when I saw all of Edwin's old videos. Yeah, just seeing this chat alone, I wrote some things. Yeah, just seeing this chat alone, it was very disturbing, and I'm like, I don't know who I'm watching anymore. So, yeah, definitely unsubbed for life because he has two personalities, and I'm not about to spend my time trying to figure out which one is the right one. So, whatever. I think, I don't know. It's like, I think he's just an asshole. You know, you want to like the person who used to make the well-researched videos 2 years ago, but yeah, he's definitely lost my view. He gained a new audience with the commentary boys. That's what I'm trying to say. I think a lot of this has to do with money, and I think a lot of YouTubers change once they see, oh, this is what's, you know, paying the bills. This is what's making me money. So I think they go that route. But it's really sad to see, but, you know, I guess, I don't know. But I won't be watching him anymore. Nancy, when it's never affected them and their risk cultures never makes any sense. All that jazz, his white guy confidence ended up biting him in the butt. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like, no one legitimately asked him. So I'm like, okay, like... He was so unproblematic, too. Like, there was nothing you could think about Matt Damon. So I'm like, I don't get it. Holly just saying, despite my dad's not so hot takes, I came out just fine. That is true, you know. Nurture. That's nurture, right? Not nature. It's nurture. Is it? No, it's nurture. It's nurture. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I used to think Edwin was a good guy. So disappointed. Yeah, it's very, like, at least I wish he would just delete then his videos. Like, you know, the videos of him sticking up for women, and the videos where he was just telling us how David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad, how inappropriate it was for someone to be, you know, dating a minor, and how they didn't have the legal age of consent. Like, I watched 2 of those videos. It was really good. Oh yeah, I saw that, Fra. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but I seen that. But oh, I just put it. You just made me put that together. So I seen that Ben Affleck. He was wearing an LGBTQ plus community shirt. He was wearing all that, right? And I didn't really put it, like, I saw people like, oh, look at Ben, he's wearing this shirt, but I didn't see that. I didn't really put it together. I thought they were just like, look at Ben, where's J-Lo? I thought it was that type of thing, but I didn't put it together. It was like a photo of him at a gas station, and I was like, ah, that makes sense. He's like, makes perfect sense now. He's an ally until he's in the wrong, but yeah. Ooh, add moderator. What is a moderator? Okay, so I accidentally pressed a button and it was like add moderator. So I don't know what that means. But okay. Oh my gosh, Edwin does have like the was bullied complex. You know, what I think real quick before I end this chat, what I really think is that when you listen to the chat room, they all sound like a bunch of rejects. I don't know who hurt them. I don't know, but they all sound like this is our group of people right here. You know, guys, as long as we stick together, we can talk shit about anyone. It sounds like, you know, they were rejected a lot, and but also the one I also Augie RFC, it sounds his ass is really young. So it sounds like I couldn't even take anything he said seriously, honestly. Like, even because, you know, he does talk about a lot of T channels, YouTubers, and all that jazz, but I really can't take absolutely anything he says seriously. He's 20. Please grow like 10 more years, please. You know, I can't. So anything he said is just be so irrelevant. Because even when he talks, I'm like, are you 12? So it's like I can't take anything he says. He's very disrespectful and rude, but I'm like, how old are you? And I just kind of let it be. Moderator helps keep the chat stay with the community guidelines and can kick people out like Charles. Oh, interesting. You guys can tell him you. Interesting. Helps in chat. Thank you. You are so strong. Yeah, Holly. We were mostly bullied. I'm glad to hear more people talk about it with the platform. Yeah, they definitely go out of their way to like bash on T channels and things like that, but I don't know. That allows you to talk without doing the dirty work. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so now I know what moderators are. I don't know if I'll have it on though, because I don't care, like, you know. Edwin also platformed Karma Bridge, who is I promise you I went to school. Karma Bridged, who is definitely not someone who should be platformed. I don't know who that is. Do I want to know who that is? Hold on, let me find out who that is. Karen. Oh, I definitely need to. I have no idea who this person is. So, oh, thank you, Kayla Hood. Thank you. He was visiting minors and S. Oh, really? definitely look into that. Man, YouTube, wow, people are horrible. Like, it's so funny because and I've said this before in a live, but it's so funny because me being like a new commentary channel, I tried to do a video, and I've said this before. I tried to do a video on Jaclyn Hill, and I promise you I'm getting to a point here. So I tried to do a video on Jaclyn Hill, and I made a playlist, a private playlist, and added so many Jaclyn Hill videos and all that stuff. I was gonna do a deep dive. It was gonna be a nice fancy edit video. I listened to half of the first video in the playlist, and I had to stop because there was so much going on YouTube that I just didn't think it was important for me to talk about bronzers, how she didn't make all shades for my complexion for bronzers. I was just like, I'm gonna go to some place that makes my shades. I'm gonna go to MAC. This is MAC, by the way. MAC. I'll go to them. Why am I gonna beg someone to create a shade for me? So, and my whole point is that, we're talking about all these YouTubers who are disgusting, who should be off the platform. It's our opinions or my opinion, and a bunch of these YouTubers, these OG commentary channels, are just like, oh my gosh, I wish we can go back to the days where we were just talking about bronzers and things like that. And, and I'm like, I can't even talk about that anymore because I feel like there's so, I can't, what the OG YouTubers want to go back to, the new people who are like starting their channels now, I don't know. I'm just saying how I feel. I feel like starting now, it's like I can't even talk about that crap because it's just so not important to me. I feel like there's so many other things that are important, So, yeah. I don't think Edwin should be off the platform. Just wish he wouldn't be two-faced. I don't know. I probably would have to agree to disagree with you. Just because I saw that chat that had I not just watched that chat on New Year's Eve that he had with those people, I don't get why they were not all like got in trouble for that. I don't get why they didn't get their account suspended or whatever, because they were all like joking about the N-word, and I don't know. It was kind of inappropriate for me. So I don't know. Dark Demon Queen. People come for Jaclyn Hill like she kicked their puppy. I don't get the hate. Yeah, like, from my understanding, the little research that I did before I stopped, it all started with those with the lipstick. Like, I'm just like, is it that serious? Like, just don't shop Jaclyn Hill. Like, just don't shop Jeffree Star. Like, I don't think I can actually do a serious video, a deep dive into these people, because I'm like, Mac. I never went, but it also depends if you went to YouTube for makeup tutorials back in the days too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go to YouTube for makeup, I never did though, even when it was popular. It's because she's a woman, I believe, because seriously, people are still writing for Jeffree. Yeah, I know. I agree with taking away monetization. That group does that all the time, pretty much. It all started with the lipstick, and it went downhill, huh? Oh, thanks, Holly. Woot woot. Yeah, instead of deplatforming, defunding. Love the conversation so far. Thanks, Biz Nachos. Tracy, YouTube has really opened my blank about pedos, and it scares me that they seem to. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and then I have another conversation for you real quick, but I'm trying not to talk too much about it because I literally just finished. The reason why I'm like all whatever dressed up or whatever is because I just finished filming, because I film and edit, but I just finished filming the Anna Campbell video. I'm really trying to get that video out this week, but I film and edit. But what I think is interesting, not even YouTube, but just platforms in general. You know the whole Anna Campbell thing, right? You know how she deactivated her Twitter account. So why is it that Twitter can't just be like, yes, she was sending like, inappropriate photos or whatever to minors. You know what I mean? She deactivated her account because she didn't want those receipts coming out. And I don't know about you, but if I was being accused of talking inappropriately to minors, I'm gonna not deactivate my Twitter account. I'm gonna make sure that shit's activated and be like, oh, hey guys, look, I text too. Oh, sorry, that's my light bulb. I'd be like, hey guys, look, I didn't message anyone. There's only one reason why someone would deactivate their Twitter account, because they're guilty AF. So I wonder, like, and the reason why I'm mentioning Anna Campbell is because, like, there was a comment I had read about how, you know, there's a lot of, like, horrible people on YouTube now, and it just got me thinking, like, can't these platforms do something about it? Can't Twitter be like, oh, hey, I don't know, police officers or whatever, like, hey, look, like, can't they help out in some way? Like, even with the whole James Charles and him sending inappropriate messages via Snapchats, like, can't these people, these platforms do something? Like, you know? Hey, Recon. Hey, girl, new and huge fan. Been loving your input on all this YouTube drama. It's awesome seeing your fresh face. Woo woo, thank you. I mean, you can still use the Wayback Machine for her tweets. What's that? Let me know. What is that? Still use the Wayback Machine for her tweets. Let me know. What is that? Is it that somebody the TikTok group check? Is that I have the TikTok group check? Here's the thing. I could easily say yes, but she's done a lot of stuff. That one I'm legitimately coming out with a video this week for Anna Campbell. This week. The Wayback Machine archives web pages. Oh, Wayback Machine is 6 site where you can find all things that were public. Ooh, I am learning some stuff, guys. Girl, you researching Keemstar so much and don't know about the Wayback Machine? No, I don't. I'm sitting here listening to Mom's Basement. Well, the video is going to be titled, I think. I listened to every single episode of Mom's Basement, so you don't have to. That's what the video is called. And it's supposed to be this huge diss. It's a Vlogmas thing. It's supposed to be this huge diss. You know, like, you know, no one listen to Keemstar on his Spotify. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say that, you know, but it's just a way for you to watch or want to know if you're even slightly curious about Keemstar's podcast with FaZe Banks or Blanks without hearing him or listening to him. I gotta write this down. You guys are informing me. Girl, holy God, Keemstar's first online platform was MySpace. At least that is known. Dams. Wayback Machine. Now I gotta look this up, guys. Shoot. And I was about to end this live. Wayback Machine. Oh, wow. It comes up immediately. Wow. See, it's so funny because no one can, like, I have Twitter, right? But I started it, in 2009 or 2008? But I can count maybe on 10 hands how many tweets or whatever I have. And then I recently deleted all of them, but shoot, go on this website and there's nothing, like, I never understood how Twitter works. I still don't. Like, when I was tweeting all that jazz, I don't know if she's still in the chat room or not, but when I was tweeting her last night, I'm like, so do I comment under here or do I make another tweet about her? Like, I was very confused on how it all works and what is a thread. Like, I'm so, like, I have a Twitter account for a long time, but I still didn't really know how to use it because I was so into Facebook at the time. So I was just like, whatever with Twitter. But yeah, and then I was also, so anyways. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't, like, it's a good tool for multiple reasons, honestly, not even just for tea and all. Interesting. Ooh, good to know. And it's probably where you'll find the worst things Keem has said. Yes, links are harder to archive because bots and pages might stop them. Ah, oh, hey, all that jazz. Yeah, I was like, when I was tweeting you last night, I didn't know. I was like, dams. I was like, am I doing this right? So, man. Acronym, humor. I haven't done that since elementary school. Does anyone remember like Xanga.com or okay, everyone remembers MySpace. Or maybe I was the only one who did Xanga. I just barely learned you can change display colors on Twitter. Yeah, I don't even know what display colors are. Holly, oh my gosh, Xanga. I know, Xanga was like my own diary. Habbo Hotel? No, I don't. I don't remember that. I did? I exchanged displaying colors? Oh. Huh? I did used to have MySpace. I wonder if my MySpace is still up. I don't even remember what it was. MySpace, I think, should be so... I think MySpace should definitely come back, though. It was so much fun where you can kind of, like... I don't know, but MySpace was missing this thing where everyone could be connected in a way. Like, if... Because you know how you just go into someone's thing and I think leave a comment. I found out that Neopets was ran in an office with Scientologists for a little while. Wow. Live journal. Twitter has a new server where you can pay to delete tweets and change colors. Oh, I tagged you correctly. Okay, cool. Yes. Kind of was embarrassed about that, but cool. I did everything right with Twitter. So I'm learning with Twitter, but I find myself like the more that I go on Twitter, it's kind of depressing. Like, you know, I only started tweeting again, or I shouldn't say, because I love tweeting and stuff, but I only started it back up again because, like, you know, because I'm doing commentary. But when I go on there, it's always drama. I'm like, that's all it is. And I'm sitting here tweeting about the shows I'm watching, and well, that's not true. I did tweet about Gabby Hanna, but yeah, I'm like, wow, as I'm sitting here about to maybe tweet something nice about, I don't know, a Disney show or whatever, people are like, I'm in drama with this person, blah, 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 blah. I love how you can make your page look any way you like and different from everyone else. Right, Tracy. I love how it just, even the song, remember the songs? Remember the songs? Like, oh my gosh, I used to have Jimmy Eat World, Eat, Think, Love, that song, oh no, the song was called Hear You Me. Hear You Me. That was the song. And for some reason, it was like that song from A Cinderella Story towards the end where she kisses Austin or whatever his name was. Anyways, my whole point is that people would go onto my MySpace and they would go and listen to that song. And it was just really cute because then you had like your top friends, I think, and who do you want to meet? And I would write God. Like, there were just so many things. But it was so cute, and you got to make your page all different and cute. It was like your own personality, and then we would like low-key judge on how your MySpace was. Like, are you chill? Are you cool? Or what? Like, it was a shit. It was a shit. Where is Tom at? Where the hell is Tom, y'all? So, Twitter feels like a toxic relationship sometimes. It does. Like, I legitimately, Tom has been our friend. Twitter feels like a toxic relationship. It does. That's why I'm honestly, I would say on there for YouTube. Oh my gosh, I used to have like the Beastie Boys on my music page. Yeah, like, I wish MySpace should come back. It was just, I miss the old days. It was my childhood. It was so, and then I was in middle school and it was just so like, it was the best. I would get, are you mad at me if you're wrong on my 2, 5, or 7? Right. Tom was a better friend to me than most of my middle school friends. I probably freak out if I seen Tom. Like, you changed my middle school life. But yeah. Yeah. Man, this is pretty good. The High Noon Sunzips Vodka and Soda. If you are 21 years of age or older, I'm recited in the US. I think unironically that Twitter is the most addictive platform besides TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, it starts up so much beef and all that jazz. Like, you know, the latest beef that I've seen. Okay, well, actually, the latest beef was Edwin's generation. That was that was the latest beef, and then prior to that was the whole Dustin Daly, Ashley Lilly, you know, Petty Page, and Nick Snyder. All that. It's like I hate talking about that drama because you have to say all the names. You know, it seems so many delete and come back. It seems so. Yeah, that's usually the case. And you know what's so funny? I just said I dislike talking about that drama, and here I'm about to talk about that drama. Real quick with that drama, it's so funny because I was seeing, I was starting to watch Nick and Dustin's videos again, and they really talked about how they took a break from Twitter, or no, I think something like that. Or Nick said he took a break from Twitter, or he left Twitter. He talked about how the reason why he left Twitter was because it was getting childish or whatever. And it was so funny to me because I was like, you like inserted yourself into drama, you know? And I've already stated that I felt that they did have a point, because they did, in my opinion. A lot of people disagree, but in my opinion, I felt that they did have a point. But I just thought it was funny how they came back on camera, or Nick acted like he didn't, like, you started the drama by inserting yourself in it, but then you're leaving Twitter because it's you know, it's childish or whatever. I'm like, you started it. It was just funny how he was acting like he was getting picked on when, like, he inserted himself in the drama. So Twitter makes me laugh the most. Reddit is like where I go down the rabbit hole. I never go on Reddit. In church, MySpace started beef. Teenagers, I don't even want to know what Twitter does now. Twitter enables my ADHD. Leon says, it seems so many delete and come back. Okay. Yeah. So I would have to say my famous, like, social media platform was MySpace, and then Facebook as I got to high school. So it was like MySpace in middle school, and then as I matured a little bit, it was Facebook, and then I was done with Facebook in college. I was done. So yeah. I don't know any of the Nick avocado mess. I actually don't know. But sometimes I, like, purposely avoid it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I see Onision or whatever the person's called. Like, I see that name all the time, and I'm like, do I even want to know this? And I say, no, keep it moving. I started this channel 4 months ago, or 3 or 4 months ago. It's okay, keep it moving. Like, there's just some, and it's not that I don't care. It's like, do I do I do this? You know, like, so I've heard about this person, but have I actually ever pressed on a video about them? No. Holly, one of my best friends in middle school, turned on me. Still don't know why. I was just goofy and nice, and put me into her bio under interests. That's so weird. Yeah, I'll admit, like, oh my gosh. Oh, Facebook is something you still. I mean, okay, I have Facebook. Okay, I have Facebook currently. I still have Facebook, but I mean, it's good for, like, Messenger. Like, tomorrow, I bumped into one of my high school friends at Walmart last week, and we were still friends on Facebook, and so we messaged each other and was like, hey, let's grab coffee tomorrow. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I'm going to be at a local coffee shop. Support your local, like, stores and coffee shops and all that jazz. So I use Facebook for stuff like that, like Messenger, or when I was at work a lot and I was a server, like, we would all have, like, a group chat through Messenger to where we would pick up shifts and stuff. So, I mean, I use it, but basically Messenger, not really Facebook. So, yeah. Strange Ants made a great video. Maybe I will learn about, if I'm saying the name right, Onision. Maybe I will learn more about this person. Maybe. I have to be, I just have to be looking for, sometimes I just want to sit and watch commentary channels. So whenever I get to that mood, I'll definitely watch. I haven't really been, I'm like trying to mentally have some space just in case Gabby Hanna decides to upload another one of her series, which I am, knock on wood, I am so glad that she hasn't, because a lot of people, that's another thing, so many people think like I want to talk about Gabby. I actually don't. Like, I'm so over her, and you know, I say that as nicely as possible, but there's only so many videos a person could really do on Gabby Hanna, and I'm just so done. Like, I'm like, please don't come out with anything else, and I really hope she doesn't. And I just hope she doesn't. Like, I'm okay if I never have to see another video from Gabby Hanna again. I'm absolutely okay with that. Facts. Also, Angelica Oles and her kind of cringe, borderline anti-Semitic remarks. Yeah, I did do a video on Angelica Oles a while back. Yeah, please save yourself. Don't do it. If you look into Onision, don't forget black hair. Huh? Kayla, what does that mean? If you look into Onision or Nissan, I don't know. Nissan, don't forget black hair. Angelica reminds me of Edwin, in my opinion, just a younger female version. How do I feel about Angelica Oles? I made a video on her, but I privated it because it was a video with Angelica Oles and Smokey Glow. So I don't know. Like, I'm still, I don't know. I'm still, the jury's still out. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Oh girl, Nissan hates black people, hair. He has a whole video on it. What? Oh my gosh, why should I even make nasty comments about black hair? Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I haven't, I'm kind of glad that I haven't watched this person. He comes with his own trigger warning. I don't know, I'm kind of glad that I haven't watched this individual. Man, I need to watch this individual when I'm like in the best mood possible, so then if I get sad, like, I'm only half sad because I started at a high. He also thinks he has a right to speak on the LGBT because his partner is part of it. Shake my head. He also made Hitler videos. What? He made Hitler videos? He sounds like a horrible person. Does he still have a platform? Let me see. Hold on. Onision. Why are you doing this to me? I don't know who brought this up. Sorry. Whoever brought this up, why are you, like, ruining my... Why are you doing this to me? Let's see. Does this person still have a YouTube channel? Oh, he's currently demonetized. Is it Onision Speaks? Is that his channel? Oh, well, he just posted 9 hours ago, and it was a fundraiser, and then he posted another fundraiser, and Onision Live respond. How long ago was he demonetized? Huh. Chris Hansen has been involved as well as most other older commentators. Oh, Chris Hansen. Oh. Alright, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, he has like 10 channels. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, this person sounds horrible. And he's still on the platform? Why? That's interesting. This person sounds horrible. Alright, let me screenshot this person. Hold on. Because I'd most likely forget. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I screenshotted that person, and horrible is an understatement. Wow. That's. Yeah, okay. When the Discovery Plus documentary came out about him, he got. Oh, well, who did the document? Was it Edwin's generation who did the documentary? I don't get it. Obviously, guys, this is so before my time. I'm so sorry for being a new UB out here. Like, I started. So my channel will tell you that I started December of 2019, but I didn't post my first video until April 29th. So, oh, Edwin just did an interview in the doc. Interesting. I think it's funny how, you know, even with the Shane Dawson thing, how his horrible videos was on, you know, YouTube for so long, and he only got demonetized after, like, we all made a big deal about it. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of strange how that works out. How there's just all this, like, negativity on here, and the only way these people get held accountable for it is when a lot of us, like, speak on it and things like that. So Edwin lied to his audience about the timeline in regards to going to documentary. It was a whole mess. Dams. I was just referring to, like, I did some research on Edwin, and I purposely didn't look into the Onision, if that's how you pronounce it, situation, because I've seen so many thumbnails on this person, but I didn't, or I've seen the name a lot, but I never wanted to press on it because my thought was just like, oh, that was before my time. Let me not. You know what I mean? So I never really seen anything about him. You're pronouncing his name right. Thank you. Again, YouTube only sees money. It's sad. I just get it's saturated, but dang. I don't know. Like, I'm never gonna, like, bite the hand, I guess, that feeds me, but it's very interesting, I would have to say, being a YouTuber, because it's one of those things where you have to, like, mentally, me starting this April 29th, you have to mentally not let, like, I love this, you know, communicating back and forth with you guys, but at the same time, you also have to you can't, like, let your emotions get too high or get the best of you, so to speak, just because there's so many people that are going to say things. Like, when I go into my comment section on my YouTube channel, and then I go into the hidden comments that YouTube hides from me because they are horrible, and I read those, I'm like, oh my goodness, people really are so rude and so mean and so like, cruel. It's so being a YouTuber is definitely interesting because, like, this part I love. Like, I love this going live and everything like that, and but then there's also, like, this dark side where anyone can really say anything to you. And honestly, like, this channel is called An Honest Conversation, so I don't mind people disagreeing with me, but then you know how people will come for appearance and how you look and say all these horrible slurs and all that jazz, you know? So it's definitely interesting, I would have to say, being a YouTuber and, like, or being a content creator, whatever. Chris Hansen has Jeffree Star on his channel. Chris Hansen has Jeffree Star. What is up with these people who are, like, successful and doing shit? Like, I was just having a conversation with my mom, and I was just like, why can't these people who have such successful careers, why can't they just not do anything wrong? You know what I mean? Like, you can do. They also went after Dobby Vanities, but nearly botched the investigation. I'm also coming from it without any YouTube experience. I'm very interested in knowing if YouTube does rely on the community to speak up. I think so. I do. Because YouTube has a Twitter where they have like a Twitter page where you go to them for things like this. So I do think they're waiting for the community to speak up. That's what it seems like these days. But yeah. But it's 104. Do you know where your children are? You know that? Do they still do that on the news channel? It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I haven't watched the news in so long. I mean, I have cable. I just haven't. Jenna Marbles once said that YouTube was a self-policing platform. I agree with Jenna Marbles. I do think that it's kind of one of those things where it's like we're all like giving like a citizen's arrest, so to speak. We're all like, there has to be a lot of people to say something in order for something to be done. So, but on that note, guys, I am probably gonna end this live. I somewhat agree. Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, isn't this YouTube like big enough for like, I don't know. I just feel like it's Google. Like, Google owns YouTube. Like, Google is the #1 search engine. YouTube is the second. Google owns YouTube. So I feel like they should just be on their shit, you know? They should be a boss-ass bitch, okay? That's what they should be. Bye, Holly. Kara, good night, everyone. Good night, guys. Oh my good night. Great live. It's interesting how YouTube is. Bye, Biz Notches. Oh gosh, I'm gonna finish drinking my high mid drink and probably watch some Disney Plus. Same, I'm going to head out as well. Bye. Stay safe. Bye, guys.